Hey guys, Cypher here and welcome to the long-awaited Japan haul video. Oh, I don't know what it's up today, my eye is just crazy watering. Also, just a side note, unless you couldn't tell, new layout in the bedroom so I can finally feel comfortable and do videos in my room back at home, so that's always a bonus. I apologise if I sound a bit bunged up as well, I think I'm coming down with something. I'm not as bad as my friend though. She's come back from Japan and she is sick. That gap is kind of getting to me. I've really got a tickle. Oh boy. Don't know what's up, I got a tickle. Great start, can't even talk properly. Okay, we're just gonna go for that. So on the very first day at Akihabara, I did actually end up getting something and it was just I found it funny because I was just like, this is just a foreshadowing of what the rest of the week is going to be like, because if I can't even restrain myself on the first day, don't know what I'm going to do. The first things I bought were these. Now, I just want to say, in terms of figures, I had planned to get some, mainly if I'd seen one from Psycho Pass, a Kogami one, that was kind of the one that I was like looking for. But when I saw these, I was just a bit like, I kind of really want to. And what kind of did it for me is that they're like my Levi and Eren figures. I don't know if you've ever seen them. But it's basically the cleaning Levi and Eren, and basically they're a set that go together, and that's kind of what these two are. They're a set that go together. So I couldn't not get one and not the other, so I just went for both. And the thing is, I really love Bokuno. I'm not gonna lie, I really do love it, and these two, don't even get me started. So yeah, first day and I already bought figures. They weren't that expensive, really, and I did do the whole thing of I saw them, but I was like, no, I'm not just gonna get them. And we did actually walk around the rest of Akihabara before I decided, you know what, fuck it, let's get it. What I found rather funny though was that in pretty much every figure store they had these, and I think I got them for probably the best price as well. So that was literally on the first day, and I'm kind of glad looking back that I'd got them then, because I felt like towards the end I would have been like, and like seeing them so like in so many places, I probably wouldn't have known where to go, so I'm kind of glad I just got them when I did. So after that, I'm not really sure like order-wise what I got, but we're just gonna go with the flow. So I'm just gonna say right here and now, that is a foreshadowing of pretty much what most of my other merch looks like. My friend actually made a comment towards the end being like, I'm pretty sure you've bought out all the Bokuno stuff. I keep wanting to say Bakugo. I'm pretty sure you've bought out all the Hero Academia stuff. And I was like, so we went into this shop and they had a lot of gacha. And one of the things I got was a fan. You couldn't see what it was, it just gave you like different options of what it could be. But quite luckily, I got Bakugo, so I was quite happy. You could either get this version or him in his hero outfit, same with like Midoriya. Which I actually think was a little bit unfair, because obviously you got kind of like the more popular characters, but obviously, speaking personally, I love all the characters, I really do. But with things like that, they had like two versions of the same character, and it's like, oh, why couldn't you like put like another character in there instead, you know? Like, but you know, I suppose popularity and everything. And I mean, I'm not gonna complain. He's such a little rage ball. I don't know why, I just love him so much. And the ironic thing is, if there's any like fans out there, it's actually known that the artist of this wanted everyone to hate Bakugo. And to a point, when I first saw him, I was a bit like, what is his deal? Like, why are you so angry all the time? Like, what is this? But he has very quickly become my favourite character, and I just feel like there is a lot to him that we're yet to discover. Like I say, I haven't really got into it that much, so if people are, you know, a bit back there like, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know, but I just feel like there's a lot to him. I will be pissed off though, and I'm going to say this now, because everyone keeps making comparisons to Naruto, okay? Like, it's just, because the thing is, it's become like the new Naruto, I suppose, and it's kind of got the hero thing, and people keep comparing like characters like, oh yeah, Midoriya is just like Naruto, you know, he wants to become the greatest hero, and Naruto wants to become Hokage, and All Might is basically Jiraiya, and all that stuff, and I'm just like, okay, so if we're gonna make that comparison, you're basically saying that Bakugo is like Sasuke? That's the comparison I would make. And as we all know, Sasuke eventually like ends up going his own way and essentially joining the villains. And I'm like, if you do that with Bakugo, I'm gonna fucking just, excuse my language, but just don't do that. Because I think the thing is, I feel like it would be quite disappointing in the sense that he's got this very ragey kind of character, which you would presume a villain to have. He's got that kind of personality that I think people stereotypically would be like, oh, you know, he's definitely more like villain material, and it's like, don't go down that path, don't do that. Like, you know, he wants to be a hero, and I actually think he'd make quite a cool hero, so like quite a good one. And you know, he's not, you know, he has anger issues and whatever, but you know, he's not, I wouldn't say he's a bad person. Like, yeah, he's a bit of a bitch to Midoriya, but Midoriya kind of is more holding his own, and he's not that like fussed with him now that I can tell. He's mellowed, let's put it that way. That's how my friend described it. He's mellowed. And I just went on a complete utter rant. I'm sorry, but that's gonna happen. Moving on, so yes, with the gacha. So as you may have seen in one of my other videos, I got a gacha box that has all the little rain version keyrings. There's actually, it's called Pitta, but there are like different versions, and I actually got, so you got Kachan, like the rain version, but then on the side of the box, which is kind of what wanted me to get it, is they had this version. Come on. So they had this version instead, so you can see they're slightly different, but they're both Pitta. So there's like different versions of that you can get, but I got the rain one, so that was cool. Also, I found if you shop to Animate, and if you bought quite a lot over a certain amount, they could give you, you got like little points, and you could give in the receipt to the cashier, and they'd give you like little free gifts. So one of the things I got, because obviously I got a lot of Bakuno stuff, is I got these very shiny like cards. So I got Kachan, I got Kirishima, I got Denki, and they're pretty shiny, I like them. I got Todoroki, is it Ochako? This name I can't ever freaking get right. And then I got Ida as well. I'm kind of sad I didn't get Deku, but what can you do? But that was kind of cool. Yeah, you got like free little gift things with like if you bought over a certain amount, so that was quite cool. Yeah, from this point I'm not really sure what I got where, but I got this Deku kind of cleaning keyring, which was really cute. I was trying to find the Kachan version, but no luck. Again, as you may have seen in the video, I got another gacha box. I kept the box because it's cool. I originally thought, I thought it was full of badges, but it turned out that it was biscuits, and it came with a badge inside, and the badge I got Uraraka, so that was quite cute. I love her, she's really cute. I remember this was also from Animate. This is a Kachan phone case from Bakuno. I don't even, can you? Oh, I don't think you can see it. Oh no. You gonna focus? There we go, yeah. It looked blank for a second there. Yeah, it's basically a themed phone case. And what's really good about this is that it's for any phone. So literally it's, you just put the phone in, like you get a little cleaning thing and then you stick it on and it fits any phone, which is awesome. They did have a Todoroki one as well, but obviously if I were to pick between Todoroki and Kachan, Kachan kind of wins out. I did buy some more, I suppose, touristy stuff as well. So we went to Tokyo Skytree, and I say that. So I wanted to get something from there, and they had like all kinds of things like the Skytree, but Persona 5 was currently there, and they had this, and I just kind of thought it was like the best of both worlds. Like, it's got the sky tree in the background, but it's also got like Persona on there. It's like memorable, but also slightly weeby, so that's cool. Also, because they have Persona there, I got a little Yusuke keyring, because there was Persona 5 around, but there didn't seem to be a lot of Yusuke, or not in his like fox outfit, and I was just like, well, if it's there, I might as well get it, so I did. We also went to the Sunshine City Aquarium. And originally I wasn't going to get anything. I did get some things for friends, but I kind of gave in and got myself a little plushie. It's a whale shark. I mean, come on guys, how can I say no to that? That was just, I love whale sharks. There wasn't one there obviously, but I was just like, oh, he's so cute and so soft. And what did it is my friend got one, and we were standing there kind of waiting and for like the others, and he was just like, oh, like just stroking. I was like, you don't do this to me, but I was just like, you know what, I might as well get something for myself. So I did. I kid you not guys, he is so soft. I don't have much of control when it comes to plushies, although even this is a tone down from what I used to have. But yeah, I mean, how could I say no to that? He's just so cute. I got some charms from when we went to one of the shrines. I thought that was quite cool to have. This one is for well-being of friends and family, and then I got one for myself which was for good fortune, so yeah, I put that on my bags to carry around with me all the time. Before I went to Japan, I did have a think, and I did make a list of certain things that I wanted to get. It wasn't a very long list, but like I said, there was figures and probably like clothing and stuff, and then I thought about like what particular anime I'd like to find, and the options were Psycho Pass, Bokuno obviously, and also I don't know if anyone's heard of this new anime that's just come out. I think it was a game beforehand. It's called Angels of Death, was one that I was really looking to, and I thought because it's quite a new one that it would actually, you know, be around. But then the more I thought about it, it's probably not such a popular one. I mean, it's quite dark themed, and obviously not everyone's into that, whereas you compare that to something like Bokuno, which is a bit more, you know, like essentially again a bit more like Naruto, where kind of everyone jumps on the bandwagon, I suppose. But I did manage to find some things. I think these were all in Animate, and I think all but one were gacha, so it was kind of luck of the draw. So the first one I got was a little rubber key. This is Danny. He's I think one of the first characters you get introduced to. So just a bit of content for you. Basically, the anime opens up with this girl Rachel, and she wakes up at this place, thought she was at a hospital for some reason. I'm not going to say too much in case you do want to watch it, but basically it turns out she's in some place that has different floors, and there's basically a different person that has authority over each floor. She is some sort of sacrifice, and you know, she has to obviously try and find a way out and survive, and it's really good. You should look into it, I'd recommend. But this is, and obviously anyone who does know it, this is Danny. He's like a scientist guy, and I was kind of like, if there's not a lot around, I don't really mind which character I get, so that was cool. I did manage to get one of Isaac Foster, or Zach as he is referred to, and he becomes Rachel's like companion, like basically, because it turns out, again spoilers, it turns out that she wants to die. Kind of comes about in a roundabout way, but Zach wants to get out of the place, and basically they make a promise that she will help him get out of there, and once they do, he will kill her, essentially. That, and but there was a bit more to it than that. Again, in another gacha, I was quite happy because I got both Zach and Rachel in one, so that's Rachel there, like blonde hair, which was really nice. And then I also got this other character, Gray, who I, watching the anime, have just been introduced to. He's like some priest guy who's in charge of one of the floors. But yeah, that's cool, so we got that. Now, as I probably mentioned somewhere along the line, Psycho Pass was pretty much thin on the ground. It was hardly anywhere. The places that managed to find it were places like Mandarake, which, like I said before, are kind of like second-hand, kind of charity shops that are quite obscure. But even then, even if they had a section, it was very limited stuff. But I did manage to find some Kogami stuff. I got this badge, which actually had a matching Makishima, and I kind of wish I had got that because it. I don't really know why that says thank you on it, but Makishima's one said something about paper books are better or something, and I just thought it was kind of funny, so I kind of wish I got that. But at the same place they had this one, which was really, it's the movie version, so I was like, yeah, I gotta get that. And then I got these two, which I thought were really cute. And then you got this little dog. It's funny because he should technically be a wolf, but this is obviously when he still had his collar on. Oh, I forgot about these. Some more Bokuno gacha. I didn't realise when I got it, but they had a little coin pouch, and I got Kirishima, which is cool. And then they had tiny little like sort of chibi models, and I got Uraraka, which really, really cute. It's funny because on her stand, like, she doesn't really sit properly, so it is kind of like she's floating. Yeah, I'm not being very organised about this, I'm kind of just throwing stuff out, but there you go. Ah, yes, so I have to show you this. So, one other anime that I was looking for was one called Hakuyoki. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that, it's not really well known. It's like sort of samurai themed, but it's got a kind of a bit of the supernatural in there as well, but it was really cool. Again, I couldn't really find it anywhere until we went to Sunshine City. Now, we had been there previously, like it had the Pokemon Center in there and everything, and literally right across from there, they had a Tankyu shop, which essentially is like Red Panda or like Raccoon. And my friend loves red pandas, so I thought, oh, I'll get her something there. So I go in there and I'm looking around and I found her something, and then literally as I was on my way to the till, I came across this little section that was basically Hakuyoki / Tankyu, and I was like, what are the chances that that's there? And it was just this whole section, and like it had all the characters with little like Tankyu ears and then the little Tankyu mascot, and it was adorable, right? But again, most of the stuff they had was gacha and you couldn't really tell what it was. I love all the characters, but there was one character in particular that I was looking for. If you're familiar with the series, it was Kazuma Chikage. He's kind of like the bad guy, but he's also like really hot. I'm not gonna say I love my anime boys. So one of the gachas was badges, and I am quite a lover of badges, so I thought, you know what, I'll get it and I'll be happy with whatever one I get. Wanna know which one I got? I got Kazuma. I was so happy. I mean, look at that, it's adorable. Oh, he's so cute. On that note, fast tracking forward a bit. So on the last day, I went out into Ikebukuro and went to anime and also a shop called K-Books, which was again kind of like a second-hand kind of shop. Anyway, so I was looking around and I went into a couple of K-Books because they were all kind of in the same area. And I went in one and it was practically filled with Hakuyoki stuff. It wasn't gacha, it was individual stuff with the individual characters, and it was awesome. But I was also like, really? You do this when I literally have no money left and I can't really buy what I want? So, I did find Kazuma, but I was also like, oh, I really do like all the characters, and also I was kind of looking at the budget as well, and I was looking around. So eventually I found this, which is a chibi pin with pretty much all the characters on it. So we've got, and anyone who knows the series, so you got Kazuma here, we got Sanosuke, I believe it is, and we got Akita, Soji, we got Saito, we've got Hijigata, and Keisuke even. I know names. Keisuke I actually cosplayed. I did his Ratsu version. That's where the supernatural comes in. It's kind of samurai / demons, and they can take this potion that basically allows them to become like a demon, but it absorbs their life force every time they transform. So, but yeah, I did Ratsu. They call them Ratsu, which essentially I think means demon. But I did Keisuke's demon version, which was cool. I'm pretty sure it's Hesuke. I'm not even sure I'm saying that right, but there you go. Ah! Again, there was also one other anime that I was, you know, if I saw, I was kind of like looking at. And that, of course, was Durara. And when my friend went to Japan, she brought me back quite a bit of Durara stuff, which was really nice. And then, funny enough, when we were walking around Ikebukuro and I went into K-Books, they did have a fair amount of Durara, and I thought that that's very fitting that they should have this in Ikebukuro. So what I ended up getting was this little Shisu-chan, and I got it to match with my Izaya, my Fox Izaya. This is the one that my friend brought back for me, and obviously, if you know, I love foxes, and this is just a dream match, right? Like Izaya like slash fox, that's just great. And I thought I'd get a matching like a pairing Shisu-chan. I think he's a raccoon. They did have like a dog version, but it wasn't the same kind of style, and I do tend to be a bit picky with that, particularly with the pairing stuff. So another little story, this was the day we went to Shibuya and had the kind of crazy day, and it got even crazier because we ended up in an arcade and we all won something. Again, as I may have mentioned, the arcades weren't really my thing. Like, I liked them, I liked going there, but I just knew if I started, I wasn't going to be able to stop, and nothing really grabbed my interest. But in this particular one, they had a lot of the kind of grappling machines, but they weren't even all grappling machines. They had many different methods in which you could get stuff, and then the prizes that you can win were figures. So one of the things I saw was a Naruto one, and just for a bit of fun I thought I'd have a go at it, and I won it. I couldn't believe it. It couldn't have taken me more than, I want to say, like maybe 6 tries, and I know that sounds like a lot, but you think it's 100 yen for each try, right? So, you know, you do the math, like, this compared to what I would have had to have paid to buy it in a shop was bloody good, right? And it's a really cool Naruto one. They had it on display as well, so I could actually see what it looked like, and it looked really cool. I'm a bit sad because they did have a matching Sasuke, but I just wasn't gonna like waste money trying to, because it was that thing of like you get on the high of, oh, I won something, it's like, yeah, where we can go to next, and then you end up spending all your money and not getting anything. So yeah, so that was a surprise. I really honestly just, I didn't go into it with any expectations. I was like, oh, I'll just give it a go, and I won it, and I was just so happy. So leading up to like the last day, the guys decided to go out and have a go at the arcades and like try and get rid of quite a bit of their money. So me and my other friend were sitting in our room doing our own thing, and then we get a message through. Literally my friend like, hey, and I'm like, you okay? And he's like, they've got a Todoroki figure at the arcade! And I was like, hold up, what? I was just sitting there like, okay, before we get all excited, and I was like asking him questions like, so is it similar to my other two? And he was like, yeah, it's like pretty much the same, and like it's just come out today. And I was like, how do you know this? Thing is, it must have, because it was nowhere there before. And actually speaking, as when we were walking around in shops, I'd already ever seen Kachan and Deku, so it must have been a new one. And I was just like, And again, I was still asking, like, so is it in the machine, or is it like one of those prize things that you can get maybe if you draw out the ticket or something, like, you know? He was like, no, it's in the machine. And I was thinking, So sure enough, I got myself together, and because the arcade was literally right around the corner, like near the station, so I went over there and had a crack at it. The way this machine was set out is they had the figure laying down across these 2 bars, and the bars like gradually got wider towards like the end where the drop down was. And the idea is obviously you're supposed to like maneuver it with the claw thing in order to like get it to like fall through. Yeah, sounds easy enough. Not really. I'm just gonna say it now, I wasted 3,000 yen on that. And the only reason that happened, because I did get to a point where I thought, oh, I'm so close. But then somehow I managed to like put it right back to where it was. So it's like, okay. But then, so after I blew all my money, I went to find the guys, and they were like, oh yeah, did you see it? Do you have a crack at it? It's like, yeah, I had to go, but you know, no luck. And then one of the guys, Mark, was like, oh, I'll have a crack at it. And he had quite good, he had quite a good understanding of how these machines worked, and basically was quite good at it. And I was like, no, like, I'm out of money, like, don't worry about it. It's like, no, like, let's give it a go. And the thing is, he's a Todoroki fan as well, so I was like, oh, you know, like, I'll watch him, like, have a go at it, and obviously, you know, get it for himself. And he won it. I was like, well done, you won it. Then he passed it to me. I felt bad, because I was like, mate, you just wasted your money getting me something, and you're also a Todoroki fan, like, get it for yourself, it's fine. He's like, no, like, you really wanted it, like, you know, you do it. And I was just like, oh, friend. I have the best friends, man. There you go, we've got a complete set, which is awesome. I'm so happy. Oh my god, I'm such a weeb. Whittling down to the final items now. I did actually end up getting some items of clothing as well. And I was determined to wait till we went to Harajuku, because I had heard that it was quite the fashion district. And, you know, they weren't wrong. There were quite a few shops. Essentially, the way I describe it is it's the Camden of Tokyo. It's basically a place to go if you really want, like, nice sweets, and yeah, fashion is also a very key part of it. So we were walking along, and they had quite a lot of, like, unusual or more alternative shops. And one of which I found was this place called Drug Honey. Now, when I entered the shop, I was kind of determined to get something slightly different than what I would normally go for. And one of the things I saw was they had this really cool, like, Cheshire Cat design. But you could, like, kind of see the skeleton in it, and it was just, like, really creepy and really cool and really up my street. But the only thing is, they only had it on black t-shirts, and I kind of have enough black t-shirts, really. So one of the items I got was this t-shirt, well, long-sleeved t-shirt. Do you know, funny enough, this reminded me of Five Nights. Just kind of like, I don't know, like Bonnie just kind of popped in my head, and I was just like, oh, that's cool. I tried it on and even like rolled up the sleeves, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And this could be more like when I feel like dressing up maybe a bit more, but still having that alternative style. So they had quite a lot of different, I suppose, characters or designs, like you saw. So like it had a bunny, they had a Cheshire Cat, they had a bear, which you could see from the outside. That was what had drawn to me in the first place. Like, I had this bear symbol, and I couldn't really decide what to go for. There was one, again, like it had the bear and the Cheshire Cat on it, but wasn't really sure about it. So what I ended up getting was they had one t-shirt that essentially had all their designs on it. So this one, as you can see, so like there you've got the bear, and then you've got like some other sort of styles in there. Ah, there it is. So that's like what the cat looked like, and I thought, oh, that looks really cool. So it's got a bit of everything on it, which is really nice. As you may guess, they were slightly expensive, probably one of the more expensive things that I bought. But I thought, I'm not going to find this anywhere else, and, you know, I couldn't really leave Harajuku without not getting what I had, you know, agreed to come there for, which was the fashion, so I thought, why not? I also got, when we went to Aki and I was looking for souvenirs for my family, I got myself kind of my own kind of souvenir, I suppose. It's got quite a nice geisha, I think it's a geisha, that's what they call them. It's got quite a nice design on it. And again, I went for a white because they did have a black version, but it didn't look right. They had like a white outline to distinguish the design from the t-shirt, and it didn't look very good. So yeah, I got that, which was cool. I just thought I'd change it up a bit, you know, like I say, most of the stuff I got was pretty much merch, anime, weeb stuff essentially, and then I was like, well, I'll get something that actually, you know, is from Japan and is a bit more, you know, I suppose cultural really. On that note, back to the weeb stuff. Now, I was debating whether to show this, because I feel like it could be taken the wrong way. And the thing is, I'm probably making this out to be more of a big deal than it is, because it doesn't feel like a big deal, but I don't know, just some people get like the wrong idea. So one thing I got, kind of spur of the moment, was this. Now, those of you who know, it's a dojishin. I describe it as visual fanfic. They're essentially visual novels of different character pairings from different series, essentially. If you want to look up the actual meaning, go ahead. So yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or anything, but I got this. It's a Bokuno with Ka-chan and Deku, because I ship it. I'm sorry for anyone that I may offend or anything, but actually be honest and say I do kind of regret this in the sense that obviously it's in Japanese, so you know it's a bit like language barrier, but maybe I should just get better and then be able to read it. Swiftly moving on. So more clothes, and it is a Bakugo t-shirt. Again, I wanted to get a Deku one, but it just didn't turn out that way, but I thought I'd get that because it's quite a cool one. Now this was quite a fortunate find. This, I remember this vividly. This was in Akihabara. This was in the Akiba Zone place, which was one of my other favourite places because it had all different floors. They had this section which was essentially like things like, it was a mixed match of things like pillowcases and bags and t-shirts and things kind of all on this rail. But the thing is, it wasn't like from a specific series, so it was all jumbled up together. So basically, if you kind of wanted to find anything that you liked, you'd had to go through everything. And I thought, you know what, why not? And I'm very glad I did. I found this. It is a Psycho Pass t-shirt, which is, you know, kind of, it's essentially a rare find, and I'm quite happy that I did find it. It's got that on the back, and it also came with this wristband. So it's got Psycho Fest and then the date of 2014, which I believe is when the second season came out. I could be wrong. So now we have reached the final item. And for me, this is the crowning glory of my entire haul. And I will show you why. One of my main goals when we went to Japan was to get an Ita bag. But then as it transpired, it was get an Ita bag and then complete it. And I fulfilled that mission. So this is the bag, right? You know, pretty simple, but I quite liked the size and it was quite good. And this is what it looks like. So yes, it is a Bokuno bag, and it is a Ka-chan and Deku one. This is my pride and joy, guys. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. Like this, like doing it, it was fun. It was really fun, and I was a bit of a perfectionist because as you might be able to tell, I had it so that obviously one character was on each side, and that every badge or keyring I got the matching one. So I'll just give you a bit of a closer look. So we've got Ka-chan on one side and Deku on the other. And like I said, each side I got matching things of each. I also did get one badge that had just all of them on it, like I said, because I like all the characters, and I've got My Hero Academia on there. So we've got Ka-chan's battle outfit, got Doria's. Now this is one of my favourites, right? It's from, I think it's actually from the second season ending. Like they do have this version. It's basically like Fantasy AU, but they had this one, and then also I found the Deku one. And it's one of my favourite versions of them actually. They had these combined ones, so they had the character with their quirk, and I got Ka-chan's as well. Now, I swear to God, Kid, Ka-chan and Deku are just adorable, right? Really cute and really cool. I got this combo one, which is also really nice. And I tried to like vary it. So like I say, I got Kid version, I got like AU version, I got like different sort of chibi style. Got like the water gun one, that was one of my favourites. These are one of my favourites as well. I think I saw this in the movie actually that is coming out, and I cannot wait for that to come out. I really liked this drawing style, so I got those two. I found these really cute little Christmas ones. The kid ones are like one of my favourites as well. And then it was kind of like just trying to fill the space around that. And then like you got the key rings here, so this one, right, just with this one, and then I got the Halloween ones, which again are one of my favourites because they're adorable. But yes, definitely my pride and joy and ultimate achievement on this holiday. And originally I didn't plan to match it. Like when I first started, I'd literally just gotten a couple of badges, and you know, I wasn't really that fussed about it. I've seen Itta bags that have pretty much like just one, well, if it's like one character, it's just like one of the same badge, so like they've got one badge and it's just covered the entire thing. So, and then it came a mission to like find matching ones, and then like obviously to make them slightly different. Yay, freehand. So guys, that concludes my Japan haul. Oh, I know what I forgot. Very trivial, but I got one of those little cute little bells. Slightly annoying, but it's really cute. More than happy with the things I got. I feel like I did kind of well with money. I'm not gonna lie, I went over my budget, but only slightly. I thought it could be worse, but I was kind of prepared for that. So yeah, and like I say, I don't regret anything. So there you go. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to leave a comment below. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit the notification bell when I next do a video. I don't really know what the next one was going to be now, because all the excitement in my life has kind of just come and gone, so we shall see. But until next time, guys, bye.